We're going to install a 100% plug-and-play remote starting system on a Chevy Cruze. It's going to be able to be activated by locking the doors 3 times in succession with the OEM fob. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. This remote starter is done under the center console. I'm going to remove the access cover. There's some snap clips that hold it. This will give us access to the vehicle's BCM. We're going to be using our T-harness plugs, the same plugs that are color-coded on the BCM. We're going to go ahead and we're going to unplug the white, the green, and the blue plug on the BCM. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to remove this upper zip tie and I'll replace it when I reassemble the vehicle. We're going to go ahead, we're going to push the release clip on the top, remove the white, we're going to remove the blue, and we're going to remove the green plug. We're going to locate the BCM plugs on our T-harness, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug them in. Plug the white. Green and the blue. At this point, we're going to plug the vehicle plugs into the T-harness ends that will accept the vehicle plugs. Going to make sure they lock in firmly. The installation is complete. Start the pairing procedure. You want to start with the module completely unplugged. Locate the program button on the top of the module. We're going to press and hold the programming button down while we insert the 4-pin power plug into the device. When we do this, the 3 lights on the front are going to begin to cycle. We want to release the button when we have a solid yellow light. If we fail to release on yellow, we can unplug the 4-pin and repeat the procedure. At this point, we're going to plug in the remaining plugs, being very careful not to touch the button during the plugging in of the remaining plugs. The yellow light should stay solid yellow. Now at this point, we're going to press and release the programming button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The yellow light's going to alternate between flashing and pausing. We're waiting for the yellow light to go on solid. When the yellow light illuminates solid, we're going to place the key in the ignition and turn the ignition to the run position. The light will go red. We're going to shut the key off and remove it from the ignition. We're going to wait 5 seconds, put the key back in the ignition, and turn it to the run position. The module is going to complete the programming sequence. Going to wait for that to happen. The blue light is flashing rapidly. That's an indication that it has sampled the data, and we can shut the key off and remove it from the ignition. At this point, the blue light will flash slowly. We're going to connect our module to the computer and complete what's called the decryption process to complete our module pairing. So we're going to unplug the module. We're going to start with the red plug. We're going to unplug the white plug. Going to unplug the 20 pin, and last we're going to unplug the power plug. Going to go to the computer to complete programming. We're going to start the decrypter process. I'm going to show you where you can download the program. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open our browser, and we're going to go to Fortin's website. Fortin's website is ifar.ca. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Fortin's website. www.ifar.ca. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click the support tab or software tab, either one. We'll go ahead and we'll click software, and we're going to click right here to download the Flashlink Manager. We're going to agree to the end user license. And it's going to download the program. We can open it by clicking here and ask some questions. It's going to install the program. I already have the program installed on this computer, so I'm going to forego this part. So we've downloaded the program and we've opened the Flashlink Manager. Now there are two different devices that can flash the module. One is the Flashlink Lite. It's a little less expensive than a full Flashlink. Gives you the ability to flash 6 devices and do 6 decryptions. So it has limited use, but it's less expensive. So the kit could be packaged with this. You have to read the description, or it could use the full Flashlink 4, which has unlimited use. Another thing is the Flashlink Lite is really only good for the Evo All, to do everything on the Evo All, but it can only do decryption and limited functions on the Evo 1. So if you're dealing with the Evo 1, you're better off with the Flashlink 4. So we're going to use the Flashlink 4 to complete our programming of our module. So now with the program opened, if you watch this is how you know if it's going to work or not. If we unplug our programmer, it tells us that it's unable to detect the Flashlink. We plug in the programmer, it's going to recognize the programmer. It's going to then tell us that we do not have a module connected to the programmer. So we're going to just wait a second for that to happen. There, we've detected the programmer. Now it says there's no module connected. So we know it's seeing the programmer at this point. We're going to go ahead and we're going to plug our module into the 4-pin plug. If it doesn't immediately load, we're going to hit the retry detection. We're going to wait a couple seconds for the module to load. Okay, so we're going to see a screen like this. This is what's called wizard mode. We don't want to continue on using this. We want to change to pro mode. So up here in the right hand corner there's a gear cog. We're going to click the gear cog. Here we can change the settings of the programmer, the size, the click mode. The only thing that I want to change is this. I want to go to pro mode. So I'm going to click go to pro mode. Since the module is flashed, if you use the wizard mode and you start, you're going to reflash the module, and that's unnecessary because I've already flashed your module. Over here on the left, we're going to click the decrypter tab. We're going to scroll down. We're going to click send data. When we do this, we're going to send our key data that we've taken from the vehicle using the sampling process that we've just completed, and it's going to generate a key code through the Fortin server, and it's going to be loaded back on the module. So box right here, make sure you leave that checked. It says automatically update Evo All when ready. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to wait. It can take a few minutes. Okay, the process has been completed. The key codes are now being loaded on the module. Going to wait for all the key codes to be loaded. We got a sign that says that the process is complete. We're going to go ahead and reconnect the module to the vehicle and test our remote starter. We're back in our vehicle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to plug our module back in. We're going to not hold any buttons. We're just going to plug the plugs in this order. We're going to plug the 4-pin plug in first. We're going to plug in the 20-pin. We're going to plug in the red, and we're going to plug in the white. At this point, we're going to go ahead and test the module. To trigger remote starting, we press the lock button 3 times in succession. Lock, lock, lock. This will trigger the vehicle to remote start. There's only one issue with this year group of vehicle and this style key fob. The key fob will not unlock the doors while the engine's running. You'll have to place the key in the door lock, manually unlock the doors to gain access to the vehicle. So for that reason, we're going to add an RF antenna kit that will solve this issue. We're going to program a pair of Fortin RFK411 one-way remotes. It's a single button remote that'll lock, unlock, and start the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. So the first step, we want to locate our blue RF antenna kit expansion plug. We want to plug the antenna kit harness into the expansion plug, and we want to make sure we have the antenna plugged in also. We're going to then remove the 4-pin plug from the device. We're going to hold the program button down, plug in the 4-pin plug. The lights on the front are going to begin to cycle. We're going to release when we have a solid blue and a solid red light. If we mess up or we don't release on those colors, we can pull the plug and repeat the procedure. Okay, so we have a solid blue and red LED. We're going to press the button down, hold it down, the blue and the red light will go out. We're going to release the button when the blue and the red light come back on. At this point, we're going to place the key in the ignition and turn the ignition to the run position. When we do that, the yellow light in the middle is going to also illuminate. With the key in the run position, the antenna's showing it's ready to accept a remote. We're going to press and hold the button down on the first remote. We're going to keep the button down, and we're keeping the button down until the blue light turns off, and we're still keeping the button down. When the blue light turns back on, we're going to release the button. At the point we release the button, it's going to be accepted by the Evo, which is indicated by the blue and the red light flashing one time. So we're going to take the second remote, do the same thing. Going to hold the button down, keep it down, the blue light's going to go out, we're still keeping the button down. Now at this point, when the blue light comes back on, we're going to release the button, the Evo's going to accept the remote. We're going to shut the key to the vehicle off and remove it from the ignition. So we've programmed the RFK411. To lock the vehicle, simply press the button one time and release. The doors will lock. To unlock the vehicle, press 2 times. The doors will unlock. To start the vehicle, press and hold the button. Release it when the parking lights come on. And this will operate the locks while the engine is running. There's door lock. And there's door unlock. We're going to go ahead and we're going to shut the vehicle off. Now we're going to pair the MyCar smartphone controller to our device. Very similar pairing procedure. We're going to locate our plug. We're going to plug the MyCar into our 4-pin expansion plug, the blue plug. When we do this, it's going to immediately start searching for a cellular signal indicated by the green light. GPS search is indicated by the red light. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to introduce this module to our device. Again, we're going to remove the 4-pin plug. We're going to hold the program button down, plug in the 4-pin plug. Do this, the lights will begin cycling. We want to again release on solid blue, solid red. When we have a solid blue, solid red light, we're going to release the button. Now we're going to press and hold the button down. The blue and the red light are going to go out. We're going to release the button when the blue and red light come back on. At this point, we're going to place the key in the ignition and turn it to the run position. Now you have to watch carefully. It's going to happen quick, and it happens without me pushing any more buttons. As soon as I turn the key on, this light's going to illuminate yellow. When I do that, the Evo should accept the MyCar, and that will be indicated by the blue and the red light flashing one time. So we're going to go ahead and put the key in. I'm going to turn it to run now. So at this point, we're ready to shut the key off and use our module. So we have the MyCar app up and running. I'm going to send a lock command. So we have confirmation, and you saw the lights blink. We'll send an unlock command. Takes a couple seconds. Okay, there's our unlock command. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start our vehicle. And we have our vehicle up and running. And confirmation. We're going to shut the vehicle off. And we're going to pop the trunk. There's our trunk. You can see it open in the back. If you watch carefully, you see the shadow on the door. And we can track the vehicle using the GPS tracking feature. And that's exactly where the vehicle is.